Oh my God, did somebody get in a car crash over there? Or what? Ugh. Oh, it's so fucking gay, this goddamn platform, man. It's so fucking annoying. I remember you used to set it up like right here in the middle of the live, but now they want you to set it up before. God damn, this goddamn old people at YouTube just sucks now, man. Fucking CEO. Yeah, it's definitely a car crash. God damn it, dude. It's like every day on this freeway, there's always a car crash or more than one car crash, and it causes humongous delay for everybody else. What happened right there? That's one of the reasons why my insurance is up, and it gives the insurance company a reason to raise your goddamn money up. They charge you more because like there's a lot of car crashes, so we're gonna raise it up. What does my what what does that have to do with me? You know, what does that have to do with me? You know? Make no goddamn sense, man. No freaking sense whatsoever. I put it up like that. I'm watching from with Steve. All right, so I totally forgot what I put on the. I just realized what I put on my title for this video. Here's an update. Here's an update of the situation on my dad's money. Now let me say this again. I've said it plenty of times. This wasn't about the money, okay? I want to be perfectly clear on that. It wasn't about the money. My dad has always told me for years and years, more, quite possibly 2 decades, that he was going to leave money to me and two of my other siblings. I've heard about this for years. I heard about him helping me out. And I just fucking realized my dad helped me out on something. He volunteered to help me out. He said, you know what? I'll take out some money out of the money I'm going to give you on my will to help you out. Okay? That's another proof that my father did have money for me and my two sisters, right? That's good, man. That's good. So this wasn't about the money. I knew about this for more than almost 2 decades or 15 years or whatever, that my dad was going to leave me money, right? Which is great. I'm grateful. I could use that money for something beneficial, not to go throw it away. Use it for something beneficial for me. And I've always wanted to see myself get myself an RV, etc., etc. And then things change and all that. The only reason why I'm making this live stream because I'm stuck in this goddamn traffic. Some idiot must have crashed or something, and you know, everybody has to slow the F down for this crap. But anyways, you're gonna go through, man. I'm giving you a chance. So I knew about this for years. And then of course, after my father's passing last year, I talked about that I went to the hotel lobby, right? I went to the hotel lobby and to meet up with my father's widow and her daughter, because my dad's widow's daughter, they're not blood related. She was married to somebody else, the wife, right? The widow. She was there. My sister was there and me. They were all crying, etc., etc. And then the wife says, like I said, that your father left money for you and your brother. I want to give you the money there. Now, some people are telling me now you should have accepted the money. Whatever. At that moment, I literally said, let's talk about the money later on. This is about my dad first. I always like to give people the benefit of a doubt. I've heard so much shit from my mother about how those two were going to take my dad's money for years and years. And my mother has told my father over the phone that you need to get your priorities straight, because if the day comes that you pass and you got nothing written down, I guarantee you that your wife and your stepdaughter is going to take the goddamn money, and your sons, your actual blood-related sons, ain't going to get shit. My mother has told my father for years and years. And if for some reason my father got mad because my mother brought it up again and he flipped out and he said, F everyone, and then we don't know if my father changed something in the bank account. We don't know if he did or not. Or maybe my father must have foolishly, I love my dad, but if this point is, we don't know what exactly my dad did before his passing. We don't know if he got mad and he took it out on us and he changed everything from our names to her, or maybe my father in reality never did anything. We don't know the truth. We will never know the truth, right? We will never know. But the truth of the matter is, now I'm not getting any money. No money. No money after I've been told for 15, almost 20 years, and from my father that he's going to leave me money. No money. Because, to make a long story short, his wife, the one that she supposedly loves, right, says that there's no money. Why are you saying now that when at the time, when we met up at the hotel lobby, the day after my father passing, that there was money, you were willing to give me the money? Now you're saying there's not. Was taking my father's motel business behind his back wasn't enough for you fucks? It wasn't enough. Now you're going to get the money that was supposed to go to us for yourselves and for your siblings. And that's great. I wish no ill attempt to your kids or the younger generation that you have. I wish no ill attempt, because they have nothing to do with what happened. They know nothing. Maybe they do, or they heard their version. I don't know. I'm not going to wish no bad karma on them. The only thing I will say, though, is that if there is an afterlife, the only person who's going to be pissed off more than anybody is my father. If there is, he must be livid, angry, and disappointed and furious with what's happening right now. He's probably regretting what he fucking did. Like, why did I not get any of this shit? Why did I? And, there are a couple of things out there that it wasn't just my dad's fault. I blame a little bit of my mom for pissing off my dad. But then again, why did my dad get mad all of a sudden when my mother has always told my father the same thing over and over again for years, that you better get your priorities straight, because your wife and her daughter is going to take your money if something were to happen to you one day. And if you get nothing written down, they're going to take advantage of it. Why all of a sudden, after my mother has told my father that for years and years, he somehow got angry? It makes no sense. And if you got angry, get mad at my mother. Why with us? We're not the ones who told you that. So we don't know if he changed stuff or not. We will never know. Another thing too, my sis was supposed to go and get all that shit done. She never did. That was another problem. I'm sure my sister kind of, if not regrets, not going on time. Again, there was a lot of things that happened that caused all this. Or maybe, just maybe, my father never changed anything and he never did anything. And then when it finally happened, it was all too late. The only person who could honor my father's wish is to give whatever money he left to us. But for some reason, my father has everything as a joint account with her. And it's something that my mother has told my dad for years and years and years and years and years. Don't have joint accounts. Don't have an account with her. Have separate accounts. I remember my mother told my sis, you should go, take advantage, go. She never did. I guarantee you my sister regrets it. Did my dad change everything at the last minute when he got mad at us and when my mom pissed him off? I don't know. And there was another time that my father got pissed off with us. This was after he flipped out on my mom about the phone calls, and my mother said, hey, get your priorities straight because your woman's going to take money. You know, what I said that, hey, you know, why is my dad getting mad about that all of a sudden when my mother has always brought it up? And not only that, there's another thing I just found out. Well, actually, I knew about it, but it just, you know, somebody reminded me of that. My father has told somebody that he doesn't trust his wife or his daughter or her daughter. Obviously, if the story is true that they took the motel behind his back, why wouldn't you trust somebody? A second thing, if that happened, why were you still with them? Why were you still with them? I remember, I think somebody in our family was offering my dad to move over here and be done with that. But my father changed his plans. I remember my father said he was going to move to California, get a place. Hell, I remember my mother actually told my dad, hey, if you want to move over here and start a new life, go ahead. Not to get together, but to give him a chance to start a new life in his golden years back to California. You know what I mean? It didn't, but my dad just was somebody who is like, oh, yeah, I'm thinking of doing it, then he doesn't do it. And he sticks to the person. He's still with the person who took the motel behind his back that he remodeled and rebuilt. That is crazy. That is fucking crazy of what happened. You know? But the point is, I don't know what's the truth. I don't know if my dad changed things or he was thinking of doing it at the last minute, but it didn't. And another thing I was going to bring up too, there was another thing that pissed my dad off too. He wanted us to all meet up with him. This was after when my mom pissed him off and we started talking again. My dad said, oh, I'm going to come over here to California. I want to see everybody, etc., etc. But not every one of my sisters were going to go see my dad, right? And I was expecting my dad to call me because he told me like a month, 2 months, few weeks ago that, hey, son, I'm going to be thinking of going to California. Okay, that's great. I was expecting my father to give me a call and let me know, son, I'm going to be here to California. I didn't respond. I was busy in my other job, right? Then, when my father shows up, he doesn't let me know. He lets his wife's daughter contact me. And when I saw the message a week or 2 weeks after, I thought it was like a telemarketer or one of those fake or spam calls. Because it said, hello, this is blank. No, like it said, hey, Roger, this is blank. Please call me, right? How many of you people, the 2 or 3 of you, have gotten spam calls or messages on your voicemail telling you the same thing? Hi, my name is Lisa. If you're interested, or please call me at this number if you're interested, right? When I read the first text, I thought that was one of those calls. And then I think I was telling myself, wait a minute, where's my dad? What? And then I remember looking at my messages and I saw that, hey, Roger, this is blank. Please call. And then when I scrolled down and read the rest of the message, it said, your dad is waiting. He wants to see you guys. I was like, oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my fucking God. My dad was here. Fuck. Why didn't my dad call me? My dad flipped out. He got pissed off. He thought everybody just didn't want to see him. And then he's like, fuck this. I'm going to change everything. Nobody's not going to get any money. And me, when I saw that the second time, I said, okay, Dad, you want to be that way? Go ahead. But we did talk afterwards. We did talk. About like 2-3 weeks later, we did talk. And then weeks later, he passed away. You know what I mean? My point is, I'm not going to get any money. The only person who could give the money is her. But now, she says there's no money. There's no money anymore. There was never any money. She looked for it and there's no money. Funny, after being told by my dad for years and years and years that he was going to leave me money. Because once he sold the bakery, everything that money he made was going to go to us. And then he told my sister he was going to help her out on the house. And all this shit that I've heard for years and years and years. And even before he sold the bakery, my father said he was going to leave me money. All of a sudden, she says my father didn't leave any money. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's the situation. And the only thing I can say, once again, there's not going to be no money for me. And you know what? Fuck it. That's okay. I'm still going to try to aim next year or 2 years. I'm going to try to aim for next year that hopefully if everything goes great, the cats are healthy and all that, I'm going to try to get myself a place of my own. Somewhere closer to my job. Because this right here ain't cutting it, bro. The fucking traffic is killing me. It takes about an hour to get back home. Listen, I'm willing to do OT overtime, but I have to get closer to where I live, so I could have time to myself, like an hour to myself or 2 hours of free time. But this shit is killing me, dude. Hell, I'm willing to do fucking even 16-hour shifts. No, not 16. Let's just keep it down to 13 or 14-hour shifts. I'm willing to do that. Hell, I'd be crazy enough to say, hey, give me 16-hour shifts, but let me just work Monday through Friday. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I'm just going to work extra harder. I'm already doing it now. I'm doing like 12-hour shifts now. You know? Listen, the job isn't tough. It's just that it has this repetitiveness. But what makes this tough is that I do it long periods of time and I do it 6 days a week. I feel like cranking it up to 7 days, but again, the distance isn't that far. In the morning, it takes me 25 minutes to get there. In the afternoon, this bastard fucking piece of shit LA traffic is what kills me. And what kills me even more, there's a lot of idiots that don't know how to drive, so they cause car accidents. And you know how everybody needs to slow down. Only the one lane that is closest to where the crash site is supposed to slow down, right? They're the ones who're supposed to slow down. But everybody else, for some reason, has to slow down. And check this shit out. We already found the fucking problem now. We already found the reason why there's so much traffic. This fucking shit right here, this is the third fucking incident we had right here. As I'm driving back home, bastard! You fucking bastard! The fucking reason why my insurance shit is high. You give all these bloody fucking insurance companies a reason why, whoa, we gotta raise the fucking premiums because there's a lot of accidents in LA County. I can't say because I work in an assembly line making devices, and it helps people. So it is a rewarding job because you're part of a line where you help people at the end. So, yeah. So like I said, I'm hoping like, next year if everything goes great, find something like maybe 10 minutes closer. The only problem is where the job is at, the rent is high. So I got to be lucky to find something close. I checked out the trailer park communities in that area. There's one like maybe 8 minutes away on the street driving. And fuck me, dude. It's in Anaheim, actually. Right? Fucking, you buy the trailer home and I'm like, how much is the lot fee? Other states, they charge you lot fees like maybe $500, $600. Guess how much they're charging lot fees in Anaheim in that one particular area? For a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom mobile home, $2,600. $2,600 for a fucking lot fee to put your fucking mobile home there. $2,600 means if I had the money to pay off the entire trailer home, that's great. But I still need to pay the lot fees, $2,600, and I have to pay the fucking HOA. It's like, wait a minute, lot fees, and then you still have the audacity to fucking give us HOA? Fuck that. It's crazy how high the rent is in California. So, but you know what? I checked out Zillow and all that. And then there's Facebook Marketplace where individuals are like renting. I could find places a little bit more cheaper, but you know what? I'll worry about that hopefully next year. No, I need to get out of LA County, homie. Where the job is at, it's not in LA County. So if I could find a place like 10 minutes on the freeway closer to it, then I'm golden. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm just trying to recover all the money I can, and that is I want to fucking do the OT. I want to show my employer like, hey, I may not be the fastest right now, but you cannot deny that I'm not afraid to go extra hours. You know what I mean? He may not be the fastest, but he's the courteous, not the most courteous, but what I mean is I'm courteous to everybody where I try to help everybody out. Like, hey, you need something, if I got the opportunity to fetch it, then I'll fetch it. You know what I mean? Because me doing OT and willing to not complain, because some people are telling me, hey, you want to do this station again? Yeah, sure. You don't have to because you already did it twice. That's okay. I'm very stubborn. I told him, no, I'm very stubborn. I need to let you know I'm very stubborn when it comes to work. Well, you could just say no. No, I don't know how to say no when it comes to work. I just keep my mouth shut. You tell me what to do and I'll do it. I'm not going to complain. I just don't know how to say no when it comes to work. You know? It's just the traffic is horrific here. Well, the traffic's horrific like in California, like when you get near cities and all that. But I'm hoping to hopefully find a place that is cheaper close by. I think one of the workers at the job told me that she rents also, and she's in Anaheim. And Anaheim isn't too far from my job. How much? Who knows? Or you're gonna like, maybe she wants to know, dude. This is the thing I need to tell you guys. When it comes to work, man, with females, I treat everybody the same as equal. Male and female, I treat everybody the same. You know what I mean? There's no like, let me check her out. No, I don't do any of that because I separate my work life with my personal life because you have to, right? There's one girl I found attracted at that job. And then when I found out she had was she married or had a boyfriend, I wasn't heartbroken. Why am I bringing that up? Because remember Marshall said that when he was working at Popeyes, he was talking to one chick, and when he found out that she had a boyfriend, he quit the job. Okay, if you're bummed out that she had a boyfriend, that's cool. Move on. But why did you quit your job, dumbass? Or were you trying to find a reason to quit your job? I don't know. But that's ridiculous, dude. That's why I say separate your work life and your private life. If you want to look for romance, just don't try to look for one at work. You know what I mean? You could. I wouldn't. I need to find somebody to be the mother of my cats. I can't ever be the same job. You crazy? She needs to watch over the cats so they won't feel lonely. I'll read your text when I get to a stop. I'm almost home. Damn, today took longer to get home, man, because there was 3 car accidents, dude. Yeah. When the day comes that everything goes great, I move out, I'm probably going to take I wouldn't take a day off. I would probably do it on a Sunday where I won't be working. Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Moving all my stuff won't be difficult like I originally planned, was moving all my stuff to another state. That's for sure. But I will definitely visit my relative once every couple of weeks and then come and visit my mom and all that too. So if everything goes great next year, then that's great, but you never know. All I could do is hope for the best. Go, 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 bud. This car wants to turn. I want to turn. I remember when my mother was telling me, like, the house when she did the reverse mortgage to... What are you doing? Oh, shit. Go. Go, go, go. I'm letting you pass, bro. You're going reverse. I'll let you go reverse. I remember when my mom did the reverse mortgage and accepted it for $18,000 and gave the house to the bank. She tried to cope and say, you know what, it was a good idea I did that because, you know, the house is not going to be on your name. You don't have to worry about payments. I'm like, motherfucker, how can you say giving the house up for $18,000 for a home that is now worth $1 million, like almost $1 million? How can you say giving the house up for $18,000 was a good idea over something that never opened up, which was the bakery business? How can you say that? You're Kobe, dude. It was forever a dumb decision. Oh, well, you don't have to deal with payments. That's why I work, fucker. All right, let's see what it says. You should get out of LA. Well, next year that's going to happen. Hello, Zach Attack. Marshall Mathers IV might be returning to YouTube. He told me he's thinking about it, but he's going to be careful of what he says. Dude, he has no control, man. But you know what? That would be great if he comes back. Marshall is working right now. I talked to him on TikTok. That's cool. Only do YouTube as a hobby. I experiment and post random videos. Oh, okay. I talked to him sometimes on TikTok too, but he hasn't been responding after I said the actor girl wasn't that hot. I mean, that would be funny if Marshall comes back. Does that mean I'm going to come back to making full-time videos? I wish, but like I said, dude, I'm working all the time now. I would have been making content, but work and money is much more important. You know what I mean? It got to a point that I had to cancel my gym membership. Yeah, I couldn't make it work. I couldn't. In order for me to make it work, guys, if I lived like 10 minutes to my job, I could have gone back home, eat, go to sleep, and I would have gotten up at 2 and then go to the gym. But because I don't live that close, I only get about 5.5 hours of sleep when I used to get up at 2 in the morning and go to the gym. And I got sleepy. I got so freaking tired because I wasn't getting enough Z's and then going to the gym, so yeah. Yeah, 2022, 2023 was the best year of Marshall content. It was so funny, like, especially when Marshall used to get so mad at me. And then he made videos, especially that one video blaming me for everything. It's all thanks to Pebrick. He's the one who ruined everything. It's like, what do you think? I'm the pack leader, I'm the alpha. Everybody else is following me. I want you to tell everybody if I beat your sorry ass silly in that boxing match to stop picking on me. They're not gonna listen to me, dude. I'm a nobody on YouTube. I'm not a leader to the trolls. They're not going to listen. Yeah. Well, in California, it's ridiculously high. Ridiculously high. I've seen some places, like it's crazy in Anaheim. They have you the mobile home, right? Mobile homes are supposed to be much more affordable than a fucking house, but it's crazy. So if you pay for a mobile home, right? 2-bedroom, 1 bed in Anaheim, community home, mobile home, right? If you leave a certain down payment, you're just gonna pay like maybe maybe $1,000 a month. That's just for the mobile home, right? We're not talking about utilities and gas bill and all that. But the lot fees in Anaheim, they charge you $2,600 a month on lot fees. You're paying for to have your trailer be there, your mobile home. And on top of that, they want you to pay HOA. So how much is HOA? Who knows? You're basically paying close to $4,000 for fucking having a mobile home. That is crazy. And then some places over there where my job is at, there's one place that was selling for rent a month $1,600, $1,700. Also, I'm also want to wait till next year because I'm waiting for the insurance price to go down because you guys know I got a speeding ticket, and the speeding ticket is going to be up by September or August and all that, right? And by then, that's already been 3 years, and they'll remove it, and my insurance will go down. The problem is, though, they said that it will take an additional 2-3 months for some reason for the point to be removed, even though by June or July, the fucking point it's already 3 years. So I gotta wait till December, and by December, once I see that I don't have that thing on my record, I gotta contact my insurance and let them know, hey, I don't have that on my record. Can you guys finally drop it? And they'll probably drop it down to $70 to $80. So yeah, or 100. Yeah, I remember he wanted to fight, and then he made videos and all that. All right, so I gotta clock out. No, I gotta go. I'm done streaming. I'm already home. I'm gonna go eat dinner and all that. So later, guys. Just wanted to give you guys the update of my dad and all that and the will. So yeah, all I could say is she should never ever say that she loved my dad. Don't ever say you love my dad because you didn't love my dad. You're not fulfilling my dad's wish by giving the money that he said he was going to give us for more than 2 decades, and you want to keep it. You want to give it to your 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 kids. Go ahead. That's fine. But know this, my dad will be furious and fucking livid what you're doing. So anyways, later. But that's fine with me. That's okay. I'm not mad and all that. Am I disappointed? Somewhat, yeah, but I was getting ready. You know. When it comes to money and somebody passing, it's like, yeah. Yeah, I explained all that, Zim, at the beginning of the stream, so you want to check it out. I already talked about the whole thing and what happened. Anyways, later, guys.